Hello everyone, welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker, where our hugely ambitious Andrew lap of Australia continues.
Smell that air, Nick? It's alpine air, not coastal air, alpine air, because we're heading inland for the first time. We're heading up the Snowies in search of trout. Hey, guys, you're on!
That's a better cod.
That's a better cod on the swim bait.
That's a big fish.
Yeah! This is what it's all about, having a bark
way.
rusher like this driving around the country.
Look at that. If only Greenpeace were here.
Big
Clip up. If you fall in the water, you do that sort of thing. Look at that.
Oh, look at the size of it! Oh, look at the size of it! Now we head inland to this week's destination of the week, and it is Cooma, the self-proclaimed capital of the Snowy Mountains, which means it's also the self-proclaimed capital of trout fishing, because the Snowies have a bunch of big lakes, dams and rivers, all full of slimy and speckled brown and rainbow trout.
As always, our destination of the week is brought to you by the Isuzu D-Max, and we're getting to know ours pretty well as we tow our 7.8 metre boat around the country with ease. The D-Max has 3.5 tonne towing across its 4x4 range and offers outstanding fuel economy. D-Max, go your own way. After a pleasant drive through the countryside, we'd arrived. The lake was low, but that didn't stop us from launching. Not sure how many 7.8 metre fishing weapons have chased trout in this part of the world. We were doing it in style. So Lake Duigan, one of Australia's premier trout fisheries, and to show us the ropes around, well, I guess one of your local haunts, this is Andrew Badulovic. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Yeah, Nick, nice to meet you.
Mate, what can you tell us? You've brought us up a sort of a fairly narrow little reach in our massive big trout boat.
Yes.
What's on the menu, mate?
Look, we should be able to get a few rainbows and maybe a nice brownie in here. Very shallow,
Yeah.
weedy and muddy. We've had a lot of wind this afternoon, which has stirred the banks up.
But you're saying that's good.
Yeah, normally you'd associate trout with nice, cool, clear, flowing water.
Yeah.
Here, there's a lot of yabby banks here.
Righto.
And trout are here to feed. And
Okay, so we've got some lures tied on and we'll just sort of prospect those banks and see what we can find.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, well that sounds good. Lure fishing here on the Crusher. Is this potentially the biggest boat that's ever been in here, do you reckon?
This has got to be the biggest boat I've ever seen in this bay.
Righto, mate. I've got a fish trap, so just bang it out there and vibe it back in, you reckon?
Let's see how we go, mate.
It is a big boat with plenty of room for all to enjoy, even big enough for fly fishing, my passion.
Oh, mate.
Right, so just a slow. You got your line there, mate.
Sunglasses on. Where are my sunglasses?
So I'm just gonna hop that back slowly. We're only in a metre of water, are we, Andrew?
Yeah.
About a metre. So that'll work out well. Cast on.
Sorry, mate, you're over.
Lures in the water.
There's plenty of room.
Yeah,
Heaps
there's
of room.
heaps
It's a
of room.
massive boat.
Plenty of room on the bank. Yes, Andrew, yes.
You hit that
Yes,
pretty hard.
mate.
He's,
Yes, smack that.
Yeah, he's hit it pretty hard, but he's sort of slowed up a little bit. You find that a lot in the warmer water.
Yeah.
We've had a pretty hot day today, Nick. And
And you're saying that the lake level is sort of dropping. I'll get the net. Just
Get
hold
the
on.
net, Di.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. I'll
Get the net.
Can you just sit on him for a sec, Andrew?
Yep.
But yeah, lake level dropping.
Yeah, the lake level's dropping, so a lot of these shallow bays are being sun warmed, and while that's not too bad, it can get a little bit warm, which can make the trout a little lethargic. You reckon we'll get him in that net?
Okay, so this is a serious boat, and it comes equipped with some serious netting capacity. Yes, he's in the net. That's christened the net, and it's the first trout ever in the fishing weapon. Look at that.
We've just got to watch that that trout doesn't slide through that net.
Well, a little bit. That's one of the hazards of this net. But other than that, that's good. Well done, mate. Fish on the board. How are you going, Hardy?
Good.
Up there by yourself, bit of through time.
A sage fly rod, dog.
Now, I'm going to just split this up, just so we
Do you know, I mean, obviously,
there are two
Wilson,
Andrews
mate,
on the
very
boat
nice,
today.
Very nice rods.
This is good Andrew, bad Andrew.
Sage make the best fly rods going around. I'm hoping to get sponsored. Sage, that's S-A-G-E.
Now, interestingly
Sage
enough,
fly
Andrew,
rods.
good Andrew.
Come with a lifetime warranty, dog.
Andrew, bad Andrew, would claim to be a dead keen fly fisher, and it's the only way to fish. And if you're serious about your trout fishing, you've got to get involved in this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's so keen that he doesn't actually have a fly rod.
I do, I've got two
We
fly
had
rods.
to pull in to the shop, the Alpine Angler, up this way, and Andrew borrowed a fly rod from him.
Really?
The dude was going to sell. He was going to sell you
nice
one.
was he?
So he's really keen on his fly angling.
So Mick was going to sell Andrew a rod. He was going to take $150 off the recommended retail price for Andrew.
That's not a bad deal.
No.
It was still $300.
Can I just have yours, Mick?
I'll tell you
Mick's
what,
good enough to give it to him.
he's pretty good on the long wand. I haven't copped the fly in the ear yet.
Good Andrew. So?
Although,
Good Andrew.
Good Andrew.
Although-
Bad me.
I do know of some really good fly fishing banks we could drop him off on.
Be better without him, wouldn't it? We're about to drop ourselves.
Oh, one right. Well, it's just right. It's over there. Look at Andrew, what's your ears?
I love it. I love it.
That's right. Getting there on the bank. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, sure. Another one, Andrew. Better fish?
Feels like a little rainbow, mate. Oh, he's a bit
look
better.
at that.
He's a feisty little fighter.
He's going well, isn't he? Have you positively ID'd him?
I think it is a rainbow, mate. He's
Righto.
got a little bit more kick than a brown trout would.
Of the same size?
Yeah, well, a little bit bigger. He hit it very close to the bar crusher, mate.
That's good. He might have
wasn't-
been having a look, going, what the hell is
He
that?
might have been coming up and seeing, what is that?
Is he ready for the net?
I think so, mate.
Nice fish. Look at that.
He's a
He's
nice,
a,
plump little rainbow.
He really is almost, you know, silver sea running looking sort of fish, isn't he?
Yeah.
Coming out of that sort of water, which is a bit bizarre. How you going, Drew? As well as me. Don't cast over here, mate. Don't do that. Well done. It had been a productive start. A couple of little trouts coming over the side, all very enjoyable, except for the twit with the long wand. It was dangerous, and it was time we got rid of him. I thought you were going to stay up front.
Not very easy out there. You've got the big anchor. That's like better down here.
Better, but in a lot of ways not better for everyone else. What about these? The lake being low gives those shores a sort of a moon-like.
I'm pretty happy here.
What about we just pop you off over there?
Sounds like a good
There's
idea.
a fellow fly fisherman over there, Drew, that I can see.
I'm
One of your kind.
pretty happy here.
Another bloke.
In the dark.
We might just pop you off over there. There's a rock. What do you reckon, Andrew? God.
All right. Don't have waders. I've got thongs.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got thongs.
Yeah.
They would be good in the mud, won't they?
Yeah,
I
not
do
bad.
have a sage though.
Are they double pluggers?
They're,
I do have a sage.
that fly fisherman over there has got a vest and he's got little waders.
He'll probably like to see my sage. He'll see my sage and he'll go, oh, this bloke knows what he's doing.
This bloke he's pinched a fishing rod from someone, which is pretty much
Oh,
the
this
truth.
bloke's serious.
He's right
He
on
may
that.
well represent Australia at fly fishing. With a rod like this, don't touch it.
You sort of think, we'll pop you up.
Fine.
So after the break, I get frostbite on my feet. We manage a couple of big angry browns, and still to come, the road trip continues as we learn to live bait for kingfish and pass on some lifelong maintenance lessons.
Welcome back to Hook, Line and Sinker, where you find us in the Highlands. Our lap of Australia has taken a turn to the west as we hunt trout. Before the break, we caught a few on lures while Andrew was annoying everyone with his fly rod. So we made him go ashore.
Right, well here I am on the muddy banks of Lake Duigan, and it turns out the gentleman fly fishing from the shore is this man, Josh Pedersen, mate. Welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker.
Thank you very much.
Josh, you are a local.
Yes.
Tell us about what you've got here and where we are.
This is the Buckendera Holiday Village, and it's on about 1,200 acres with the farm. So we've got about, depending anywhere from sort of up to about 12 kilometres of lake frontage.
And mate, the holiday village gets very, very busy, but we're sort of here at the end of the season.
Yeah, so you've snuck in right between it all, so it's good. It's pretty quiet at the moment,
And fly fishing from the shore here, obviously the sun has gone down. We've got about an hour until dark.
Yep.
What are we hoping for?
We're hoping we've sort of got us out onto a yabby bank here and hoping for a nice brown to cruise in, and we'll see how we go. See if we can pick one up.
Well, the other boys can keep spinning from their boat all they like.
Yep.
Where are we going? Hey, what rod are you running?
I'm running a NRX. G Loomis. Yeah,
I've got a Sage.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The Browns will love them.
I don't have waders though.
No, you'll we'll see how you go.
As the sun went down, we waited for the fish to come to us. Stripping little wets, it was right on last light that the fish showed up. Double hook up. Not that you can probably see, but it is a double hook up. The fish are coming in here now. Ooh. As the last of the light leaves us.
Yep.
No, that's good. That's good. Oh.
Whoa.
Let's have a look at yours. Yours brown or oh, brownie.
Brownie.
Nice.
Yep.
Lovely fish, mate.
Yeah.
And you reckon they're coming in to feed on the
on the yabbies? Yeah.
Yeah, rightio.
As it gets dark, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, he's a good one.
All right, we'll
Nice
keep
and healthy.
fishing for as long as we can.
Yeah, because they're starting to move now, so we might get some bigger ones.
Yeah. We'll
Cool.
get a big one. It'll probably just be pitch black and just our voices, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's it. We'll give it a go.
Then we'll go and have dinner.
Yep, sounds good.
Then we'll get up in the morning, we'll do it all again.
I
love it.
Why not?
Next morning, the sun came up and we were once again on the lake, ready to find one of Yukonbean's big resident trout. Good morning.
Fish.
Yes, and it was just a bit chilly to go fishing without waders, fly fishing without waders, so decided to come along with the boys and flick a few lures. And Andrew, this is a nice brown trout.
Mate, this is a great fish.
And look, you were getting hits, we're just sort of varying our retrieves, aren't we?
Yeah, I started getting a few fish, sort of getting inquiries on the pause, like retrieving and then just pausing the lure.
Yeah, so I've just sort of I've copied you basically.
Yeah, well that's
that
lure's just fallen out.
Fallen out, but there is our nice Yukonbean brown.
That's a good fish, mate.
And mate, we're fishing shallow, we're fishing less than a metre of water probably. And you were saying, the majority of people who come here and fish are trolling?
That's correct, yeah, trolling deep.
Yep.
But there are a lot of good fish in the shallows.
There really are. We might have just given that secret away. There's a few fly fishers wandering around here as well. They know they're here.
Mate, they're here for a reason.
They're a smart bunch. That's a nice brownie. That's a good start.
The fishing was very consistent. Good Andrew in particular caught fish after fish while we were on hand to net them. Did we mention our brand new Wilson landing net? We are very, very fond of it.
Oh, another brownie. Whew. On that pause retrieve again, mate.
It's just starting to go now. And look, it's not uncommon for you to catch lots of fish, is it?
Well,
lots of fish in a session?
Well, that's it. I mean, the fish are here, they're feeding. There's going to be more than one fish here, so...
I'm yet to use
He's nice.
super try.
Well, this brownie's actually playing nice. He's just sitting there waiting for you.
Watch this, because you just go whacking there like that. And there you go, lures out.
Look, the lure's out.
Hook's out. Brownie is gone, mate. Hey? How's that? There you go, the super trawler. Every boat needs a bigger net, mate. That's just perfect.
Mate, you couldn't have done that again if you tried.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
Super
Quickest trout release in the history of the world, that one. If you want to catch trout, then head to Lake Yukonbean and fish the shallows. Find discoloured bays and use little lures and flies. The big fish will use the dirty water as cover to feed. The lake is open year-round and fishes best when it's filling rather than falling. Now, to make a weekend of it, then check the Buckandera Holiday Village. It's the perfect place to base yourself with cabins, cottages, powered and unpowered sites. Buckandera is set along 8 kilometres of Yukonbean shoreline, all of which has plenty of fishing access and most of which is exclusive for guests. Visit the website today at buckandera.com.au.
Stick around, still to come, we feed tasty calamari to hungry kingfish and next head to a different type of lake, this one with salt water.
If you love hook, line and sinker, then don't let the magic end when the show does.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, constantly posting updates and videos about our adventures.
There we go! Holy...
Feel free to join in the conversation, post stories and pictures of your greatest catches and keep up to date with where we've been and where we're going. Oh, look at the size of it! Oh, look at the size of it!
So jump online today and become part of the hook, line and sinker team.
Righto, it is time to leave the fresh water, the alpine air behind, Nick.
You must have enjoyed that, Trout.
Absolutely loved it, and I think we should continue with the lake theme. We're going to go to a lake of a different kind, a saltwater lake.
Interestingly enough, the south coast of New South Wales, as you drive up, there are lots of these sort of estuarine lakes as you travel up, and each present, some pretty good fishing opportunities.
There must be fish in all of them, so it's back in the D-Max and back on the road.
But driving is a joy thanks to the comfort and power of the D-Max. Its 3-litre turbo diesel engine has the grunt to tow our 780 bar crusher with ease. In fact, D-Max comes with 3.5 tonne towing across the 4x4 range, coupled with amazing fuel economy and a super comfortable leather interior. It's making our lap around the country a breeze.
The lake we chose, Warnboyne, found just far enough off the A1 that many people just seem to drive right past.
Wouldn't like you to think that is from any kind of nightclub or anything like that. That's from the Eden's Fisherman's sort of club, where last night they had the family buffet. All you could eat, $25.50.
Rubbish, you went out last night.
No.
I heard you sneak back into the cabin this morning in the early hours.
Nobody there to tell you no. Old mate here made a pig of himself.
That's just not true. You haven't even shaved. What's going on there?
I can't shave.
You haven't showered, you haven't shaved, you've let this life on the road get to you a little bit.
I think it's how you go. I think I'm just going to go native. I'm going to encourage my natural scent.
Oh, good. That's going to be great.
No, it's not an unpleasant odour. It's a musky, manly odour, but it's not unpleasant.
The scent of ageing middle-aged man.
The virulent scent of man.
Perhaps you should bottle your manly scent and people can smear it on their lures because for whatever reason, the fish seem to dig it.
Fish on. Yes.
You are a
Yes.
superstar.
Yes, indeed. Look, we saw a photo this morning or last night of a truly epic flathead that came out of here. This is not that.
Who cares? We've only been going 5 minutes.
But I don't even know how long it takes a flathead to grow that big, but in a period of time, that might be a lovely big flathead.
Yeah, if it doesn't get caught.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put it back.
Yeah. I'd just be happy if we can come away with a couple of size flathead.
Okay.
Because that'd be good.
Yeah.
Morning session, couple of size flathead.
Beautiful. Retreat back to the lodge. Cook them up. Jug on. I'm getting into it.
Oh, I know you are. I'm a bit worried. Yep, little flatty. This is good, this is good, this is good. And our hot spot, we're not even through yet. We're just getting our eye in.
Harry, I've got a tip for you. What I'm saying, a life hack. Interested?
Yeah.
You just use these mustard pliers, and you would have noticed how, silky smooth they are.
Yep,
They're good quality pliers anyway.
yep.
You know how sometimes with not so good quality pliers, they can get all a bit rusty and whatever on your boat?
Yes.
You know how you, being a person who's completely disorganised, never has any stuff, couldn't have oil or CRC or anything,
Yep,
never have that.
yep.
You know what's good on pliers?
I'm on.
You know what's good on pliers?
I'm on, yeah.
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen?
Put
on
sunscreen
pliers?
all through the hinges of your pliers, just wipe it off. You would be amazed how well sunscreen works. Doesn't matter if it's 30 plus, 50 plus. That's a life tip, a life hack.
Another snapper. This is good.
Ooh!
On the fish trap. I'll give you a fishing tip.
Okay,
A
good.
fishing hack.
So not so much anything you can use
We've
in life.
drifted out to 5 metres of
Yep.
water, so I've gone for the heavier fish trap because we want to be down there on the bottom.
Well,
that's
that's
where
right.
the big flatties live.
I've just chopped off my little flat shad and I'm about to add some more weight.
Yeah, we better put some more sunscreen on these pliers. The sun's coming out. Don't want them to get burnt. Sunscreen on
You're missing the point.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh God. This trap's just going. What do you got?
Different species.
No, it is full of fish.
Taylor. He's just hooked himself up. Just saw some fish come through on the sounder.
Did you really?
Now,
Yep.
really?
Yeah, no, that's just for effect. Just for effect.
Taylor, new species for the trip. Interestingly, dogs, every evening at dinner,
Yep.
we are keeping a list.
Yes, we are.
All the species we're catching
Yep.
on our lap around Australia.
Yes. How many are we up to?
Don't know, but it's in the list.
Yeah.
Every one. So that will go on the list tonight.
Taylor.
First new species of the day. Yep. Taylor.
We didn't catch a Taylor at
We
Snowy
did.
River?
Yeah, we caught a little one.
See? That's why you wouldn't make a good accountant. Stick around after the break as we do the jiggy jig to trick Wonboyne's Flathead and later get all perpendicular as we continue our road trip north.
If you would like to dig a little deeper into the when, where and how, plus all the latest gear to use, look no further than the team at Wilson Fishing.
He's a good fish. A family-owned Australian fishing company, Wilson, have the online resources to help you catch more fish more often.
Oh, mate, look at this thing. It's gold.
It's unbelievable.
Xeric Zeppelins.
Well done. Subscribe for your free online magazine, Redefine the Game.
Yes, double B. Nice.
Explore countless action-packed YouTube tutorials.
It's 80! That's a beast. That is what fishing is about, is catching things like that in places like this. Absolutely awesome.
And stay up to date via social media for news from all the brands that make Wilson Fishing great. You're watching Hook, Line and Sinker, where you find us in a lovely little southern New South Wales estuary system called Wonboyne Lake. we're in the hunt for giant flathead, but so far have only managed to tick a few species off the species list as we caught all sorts of weird and wonderful creatures.
What's that? Flounder. Look at it, flounder.
Got him on.
You've got a flounder.
That's a new species.
That is definitely a new species. Did you see that?
It chased it up and then kept attacking it.
Oh, that's unbelievable. We used to go flounder spearing as kids, you know, and you'd think, yeah, flounder spearing, good. And then you'd sort of read in fishing mags, you know, about people catching flounder.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone catch a flounder.
Well, I've certainly never caught a flounder on a lure.
No.
That was an aggressive flounder. He chased
really
it all the way up to the boat. I thought for a moment it was a giant flathead, but thinking that was its head, but it had no body, and then
Oh yes, a giant flathead head.
Giant flathead head, yeah.
As exciting as it was to catch a flounder, we continued exploring the system, stopping in fishy-looking areas for a cast or two.
Yes.
Yes,
fish on.
yes.
Fish on, and it's another little flathead. This is good.
Has proven very attractive to a range of species, that lure, hasn't it, the fish trap?
Oh, the fish trap's great. No matter where you live in Australia, the fish trap will catch flathead, bream, barramundi. It's a very, very, very versatile lure. And you just fish it by throwing it out there and then just jigging him back along the bottom, just little sort of pops. And as he's lifted from the bottom, he vibrates. You can feel the vibration through your rod.
Now, just as we made our way, we're making our way down to the sort of sea, because that's all we do, Andrew. We don't really know any better than that.
No.
And just having actually a little troll as we wander our way down to the sea.
Yep.
There's a flathead.
It's the right species.
Yes, yes. Again, it's not a massive fish, but
Keep going.
this might work.
Keep
It might
going.
work.
Keep going.
Thank you.
We continued sneaking about until old mate in his kayak told us we were in the wrong spot for big flathead.
Yeah, it's just dead here.
Yep.
It's just, I think you're wasting your time.
Righto, good.
Instead of coming this way, go the opposite direction,
Yeah.
and you'll go, Bull Creek,
Yeah.
which is sort of runs into, it's a junction there.
Yep.
Lots of big, sort of flatty lays.
Yeah.
93
What's your best flatty?
here.
Jeez.
He said go up the river, way up the river. So we did, because local knowledge is key.
Bull Creek, you will catch a 93 centimetre flathead up there. Yes.
Yes. Better fish?
Well, maybe. Little change of tactics. The fish trap fished down deep. We're in 5 metres here, Nick.
The
Yeah,
deepest
better
part of the
fish.
lake, I think.
Better fish. And this
Yeah,
might be
all
the
right.
way to go. I just marked some bait and thought, let's just drift through that.
Yeah. And just using our little vibes, basically, on the bottom.
That's right. Just jig, jig, jig. It's easy, easy, easy.
All right. Well, that's looking better, because otherwise it was going to be Andrew's famous Devon bung sandwiches again for dinner tonight.
You tend to eat them all up though, Nick.
Devon bung, white bread, tomato sauce,
Does he go? Let's measure him. He's
slab of Devon.
yeah, he's 40, so he's size. So we need another 4 of him,
Yeah.
and we'll have flathead for dinner.
There would be no need for processed meat tonight.
Deep jigging clinic.
Absolute.
A deep jigging clinic.
We fished on, jigging the little fish traps up and down, and caught many, many flathead. We stayed positive that the big one would finally jump on.
Jig Jig is just working superbly. I've got flathead of the day.
Have you really?
He's wrapped himself up.
Well, that's a good way to land him.
Yeah, you just lift him aboard like that.
Beautiful.
They're
perfect.
getting bigger. They're getting bigger.
That's nice, isn't he?
This is going to be a good little session now. Well, it wasn't to be. The monster croc we were hunting from Wanboyne didn't want to eat. But hey, what a great day on a beautiful little system. If you want to catch big flathead in this part of the world, springtime is best. And if you want a lure that catches everything, look no further than a Xeric fish trap.
Now, after the break, we get all scientific as we target the kings of Jervis Bay. Now, if you, like us, have a passion for the water and all things maritime, Andrew, we have some potential career advice.
Nick, if you want to take that passion to the next level, then the Australian Maritime College, it has facilities, it has testing tanks, it has ships. Today we're going to take one out. The AMC offers many coastal seafaring courses that cater for a wide range of people who work on the water and are wanting to gain further qualifications or licences.
It's a pretty broad catch really, so we've got people that might be working on fishing charters, tourism boats, commercial fishing vessels, small cargo vessels, harbour craft like tugs and lines boats, and even getting into some government vessels with government agencies.
The beauty of the AMC is the hands-on approach to learning. There aren't too many training facilities, Andrew, where you can practice your reversed parking in a 400-tonne ship. The students are in control of the college's training vessel, Bluefin.
We're really fortunate in that we've got simulation facilities and real live assets, a small fleet of training vessels, again catering for engineering and navigational tickets going from very small up to something like we've got here with Bluefin at the sort of 31 metre, 390 tonne mark.
You're watching us drive around the country on what we're calling hook, line and sinker, the lap, and we've just come across Jervis Bay. Of course we can't drive past Jervis Bay, it's famous for its fishing, so we launched and fished. So, glorious Jervis Bay, what is this? What part of Jervis Bay is this? It's a little river.
This is called Currambeen Creek.
Currambeen Creek, and this man here is called Jim Harnwell. Jim, welcome back to Hook, Line and Sinker.
Thanks very much.
Now, viewers may recognise Jim. For many years was the editor of Fishing World magazine, but not anymore, Jim. You single-handedly run New South Wales recreational fishing.
Yeah, I run the whole thing. Yeah, that's right. No, actually I don't. I work for fisheries in New South Wales.
Yep.
I'm a recreational fisheries manager based here on the south coast, and been with fisheries for about 2.5 years after 20 years at Fishing World.
So today, Andrew and I are pretty much on the team. We are like scientists,
yes,
really. So we're going out into the bay. Typically, we're going to have a look for a kingfish here.
Well, that's right. What we're going to do is probably go and search for some bait, and the best bait for JB King is live squid.
Righto.
So we need to go and find some squid. And then what we're going to do is, with my colleague Ian Osterloh, who works with me at Fisheries, we're going to go and catch some quality kingfish.
Yes.
And hopefully show you guys how we tag those fish, and then maybe explain a bit of the tagging process and why we do that with game fish.
Science, folks, on the show today. Science.
Our day was to start with squid, and after a very satisfying wide-open throttle trip across the bay, we were squidding in the shallow, weedy waters just out from a beach.
All right, nice little squid coming aboard there. This is important, Jim. This is every squid equals a good solid. That's not
dear
cool.
me.
That's rookie sort
error.
of squid handling there.
Oh
Dear
no.
me. Dear oh me. Hadn't seen that coming.
Now, it was early in the day and nobody wanted to be rude, but I know for a fact that Squid Ink on our brand new boat would be making Nick go crazy. And sure enough, he was quick to jump on the deck wash.
So I'm on clean-up duty today.
It is handy when you are in a partnership with a boat to have a clean freak.
Yes.
Sort of someone who fishes and just
What's the
enjoys
partnership?
himself. And well, it's our boat, isn't it? Our boat?
It's pretty much my boat. You get to come on it.
Here we go.
I got a squid on.
Oh, big squid. You got a squid on. It's a double squid.
At the bottom, but Jim's got a squid on. And Jim,
What brings them on?
It don't, mate, no. But Jim, isn't it funny how we're going to go fishing for
big fish, big, powerful kingfish.
Yes.
But it all starts here with just bread and butter, back to basics, isn't it? You have to be able to catch your squid.
Some would argue that this, Jim, is the most important function of the day, that this is the difficult bit. Would you agree with that?
Look, if you don't get any squids, you have a hard time catching a decent king, but hey, Ian, you want to grab this guy? He's a good one, mate.
Do you want me to get the net?
If you've got a net,
I've got a
I
net,
don't want to lose
as
him.
it turns out, no.
He's a nice sized squid, he'll be a good bait.
Okay.
Will he be too big for a kingfish bait?
Excuse me.
No.
He's a good one. The thing is, I find it quite heart-wrenching, really. You put a squid out and it gets eaten by a kingfish. You should probably eat the squid.
Yeah, I mean, we've got it all wrong. We're fishing for kingfish to tag and release.
And we're
feeding them for calamari.
probably the best seafood in the bloody planet.
The squid were not that easy to catch, and our hosts sure were showing us how it was done. It was time to ask Jim for some advice. Now, Jim, if you had to put your editor hat back on, tell me squid tips, JB squid tips. Give me 2 paragraphs.
Clean water.
Yep.
Natural coloured squid jigs. There he is, he's coming in,
He is.
Light leader, fluorocarbon leader, because I reckon they can see if you haven't got a good leader on.
I reckon he can see my leader.
Yeah, let's chuck it above him and he'll come back, I reckon. I'll just get this guy in.
All right, that's a bit waffly for. I think that needs editing down.
Yes,
I was busy trying to
guide
you onto a squid there.
Excuses though, isn't it? I don't know. I think.
You know, Andrew has written extensively, Jim.
Has he?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
he had a
published,
column
I published
called
him once, didn't I, in Fishing Rod?
Hart's Hints.
Hart's Hints.
Load of rubbish.
Was that a book, was it?
More a pamphlet.
Pamphlet. Awesome.
You wrote a book, Dogs.
Yep.
You wrote a book called Fool's Paradise.
Yep.
By Nick Duigan. These are my stories.
Yep.
I'm in the presence of publishing royalty. I actually invested in an eggy rod, a specialist squid rod.
Yeah.
Which I think's made a bit of a difference as well, because you can do those aggressive whips like that and you don't get the tip wrap that you do with a normal rod. And the parabolic action of this rod, you can really...
Gone a bit far now, that's too many words.
Sorry. Sorry, I've gone extreme.
Yeah, there's got to be a happy medium there somewhere, right? Between the waffle and the too much.
Okay, sorry, yeah. Well, anyway, look, they're the main things. Light leader, natural coloured squid jigs, and a squid rod with a parabolic curve.
Ian's got squirted again.
Oh, we need our clean freak.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Did you get another one, Ian?
Yeah.
It's a full-time job keeping up with Ian's mess. Excuse me, Drew. It's like to run a tight ship. Thankfully, we soon had enough squid for the next part of the day. Our plan was to head to the entrance of the bay and use our squid not only to catch yellowtail kingfish, but to tag and release them for science.
Righto, we've just subbed out Jim Harnwell for a moment to introduce this man, Ian Osterloh, mate. Welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker.
Thank you.
You're another fisheries officer here on the south coast of New South Wales. Pretty nice office.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here. I grew up here at Jervis Bay, so can't complain at all.
Absolutely stunning. Now, kingfish on live squid, that's what we're about today, and I can see already that we're sort of talking pretty serious, heavy gear.
Yeah, we're trying to run at least 15 kilos of drag for these things, so...
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So she's going to be knocked down, drag 'em out fishing. And this is our secret weapon, the Cannon downrigger?
That's right, so this is downrigger, so we'll send the baits down to about half the depth of what we're going to be fishing at. So at the moment we're going to probably fish at around 18 metres.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll get the downrigger down to about 9 or 10 metres.
And just slow trolling?
Slow trolling, just walking the baits along the cliff face.
Sounds good. There's the cliff.
So
Kingies are under us.
That's right, it's pretty unforgiving down there. It's all sandstone boulders, so we can't give him much of a chance.
Righto, well let's see how we go. Should be good.
After the break, we feed our delicious, tasty calamari to JB's hungry hoodlum kings.
YMI offers peace of mind cover for all Yamaha customers. New for old replacement on mechanical and electrical components and motors regardless of age, and a host of other benefits not available anywhere else. Yamaha Motor Insurance is the ultimate in pleasure craft protection at competitive rates. Ask your local Yamaha dealer about YMI today. Welcome
Welcome back to the show, where you find us in one of Australia's most impressive fishing spots, Jervis Bay, and right at the bottom of Point Perpendicular. So far, we've caught some fresh squid for bait. Now we are slow trolling them, waiting for a bite.
Yep. Go, Jimbo, go, Jimbo, go.
Go, Jimbo, go, Jimbo. We into him? All right, so we're just obviously driving away from the rocks and reef and that big cliff over there, which would ruin your
Slow
day.
down, Jimbo.
Well, it works beautifully because it just sort of planes the kingy out.
Yeah, Point Perpendicular, that, Drew.
What do you know about it, guys?
Well, if I was in a sailing ship and about to run into it, I'd be very, very, very concerned. Because there's not a lot of give in it, Point Perp.
No.
Holds a few kingies though. It's got a lovely lighthouse on top. It's got a nice lighthouse and then a sort of a scaffold lighthouse as well. How's our fish?
I reckon he's a size fish.
Good, good, good. A tagging opportunity.
Although here he comes now, I don't know. There he is, there he is. A massive net. That's more like what our net is meant to be for.
Exactly right.
Ian, what are we saying?
Oh, he'd be over 70, I
Yeah,
reckon.
he's a size fish,
Yeah,
isn't he?
he's going to be size tag.
All right, well, let's get him in and
Do the operation.
Yep.
do the operation.
All right.
All right, so there is our kingy.
So he's about 79 to the tip and about 71 to the fork. So I've just got the tag in here, and all I'm doing is taking a few scales back, give myself a nice entry, and then just straight in, straight out. Give it a little bit of a pull so it's in.
There's our tag kingfish.
There's our tag here. So the process now is there's a tag card that I fill out. It's got the angler name, the date, the time, the size of the fish, what we use for bait, how it's hooked, and the condition. And that tag gets entered into a database, and then when he gets recorded again,
Yep.
get to find out where he came from.
You might catch him, Doc.
We better get him back in
You
the water.
might catch him on summer holidays on Flinders
Yes, I
Island next
might.
year.
You might.
Yeah.
He's off.
Pretty much every squid we slow trolled got eaten by kingfish. This is a very effective way to catch them, especially when coupled with a Cannon downrigger and an excellent sounder, so you can make sure your bait is right in the kingfisher's face.
Jervis Bay fishes well for kingfish year round, with autumn the best time for big ones. Just remember to spend your time catching enough fresh and live squid.
And if you're staying in the area, then what about here at the magnificent Bay of Plenty Lodges, situated right at the mouth of Sussex Inlet with beautiful beachfront. Bay of Plenty provides luxury cabin-style accommodation and everything you could need to base yourself in this fishing mecca. To find out more, visit bayofplentylodges.com.au.
Now, next week on the show, our road trip continues as we even surprise ourselves when we go fishing on our own.
Hey, Dogs, you're on!
And how hard can it be a charter operator? Well, we'll find out in the middle of Australia's biggest city. That's next time on Hook, Line and Sinker.